is going on, guys? Welcome to Guitar Lessons with Scott. I am Scott, and this is music theory lesson number 7. And in this theory video, we're going to learn how to apply basic chord progression to the major scales we've been going over. So this video is all about just basic chord progression, and let's learn how to do it. All right, so we got the C major scale we're going to take a look at, okay? So in the previous videos we went over the C major scale, and we started on the C. In the second video we got the C major scale. Okay? And we went over writing down the C major scale, identifying the notes. So we got C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Okay? So in the C major scale, there's no sharps and no flats. Okay, so there's a formula for basic chord progression. And what is it? Alright, so the formula for basic chord progression is major, minor, minor, major, major, minor, diminished. What does that mean? Well, you just plug this guy in, plug these guys in under the scale, and then you'll have all the basic major and minor chords and the one diminished chord in the key of C. So under 1, you start applying it. So you got, under the C, you got major, D's minor, E minor, F major, G major, A minor, B diminished, and then it goes back to C major. So that chord progression, major, minor, minor, major, major, minor, diminished, is the formula. Okay, it's very important to write that guy down. And let's take a look at how it works. Alright, so we've got that C major scale. Okay, so we have C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. So if we turn this, now we're going to think in terms of chords. So if you wrote that, I'd highly recommend writing this guy down, writing the numbers underneath, writing major, minor, minor, major, major, minor, diminished underneath, and take a look at it. Highly recommend. Alright, so starting off we have a C, and it's going to be a C major. Then it goes to D, and it says it's going to be a D minor. Then it goes to E, it says it's going to be an E minor. Then it goes to F, it says it's going to be an F major. Then it goes to G, it says it's going to be a G major. Then it goes to A, it says it's going to be A minor. Then it goes to B, it says it's going to be a B diminished, which is that guy right there. I'll go over that a little bit. And then it goes back to a C major. So what I do when I'm thinking in the terms, say I'm like, okay, I want to play a chord progression in the key of C, I'll play the C major scale, and I'll go, okay, I got C major, D minor, E minor, F major, G major, A minor, B diminished, and back to C major. And so what I'll do, just to give myself an idea of the chords I can play around in, I'll play all the chords. I'll just look at the C major scale. Maybe after a while you don't need to look at you'll memorize the chord progression formula. But you got C major, D minor, E minor, F major, G major, A minor, B diminished, and back to C major. So what I'll do is with that, I just have a basic outline of the chords I can play in C, And then I'll be like, okay, well, I'm gonna play a chord progression, and okay, I'll play, and just looking at the scales, well, I'll play C major. All right, I'll go to a A minor. Oh, that works. Cool. I'll go to a F major. Oh, that works. I'll go to a G major. I'll go back to C. So just trying to give you guys the idea is when you have that basic outline, it really allows you to look at any key and just create songs. You can start with an E minor, go to a D minor, go to a C, go back to a D minor. There's all these possibilities, and yes, there are a ton more chords you can play, and than just the basic major and minor and the one diminished chord. But that's your basic outline. That's the simple basic outline to go off of if you're trying to play in the key of C. And the same thing, of course, applies to every single key. If you've been watching the previous videos, and you've written down every scale, and you've figured out where they are on the guitar, and you've got good at identifying the notes that you're playing, then you can apply this to any key right now. Let's look at F. Okay. All right. So let's go to F. We got A, B, C, D, E, F. We'll play the F up here. We got. What do we got? We got F, G, A, B flat, C, D, E, F. So you got that one B flat. So we have F major, G minor. Yeah, we have F major, G minor, A minor, B flat major, C major, D minor, E diminished, and F major. So if I was gonna do, I'd be like, okay, there's, it's definitely helpful to have this written down and looking at it. See, I don't have it written down anywhere right now, so I've got to think about it. I got F major, got G minor, got A minor, and then we got B flat major, C major, D minor, then we have a E diminished, which is all the way up there, and then we go back to an F. So if I was doing this the way I do it, I would just play those chords and being able to do that and just off the top of your head takes a little practice, but it's not crazy that after you sleep on it, it gets a lot easier. But so we have we got those chords, and then it's like, okay, well, I'll play F major, C major, D minor, B flat major, and then what do you got here? These are the chords for the song Soul to Squeeze by the Red Hot Chili Peppers. so that's how that's how fun that stuff is, you know? That's how, I mean, I love learning that stuff. When I was learning the guitar, I automatically understood scales and how they work. But I was clueless when it came to how chords fit together. And so when I learned the theory behind that, it was like, oh my gosh, this is so fun. So I was able to create chord progressions in any key, knowing what works, what doesn't work, creating loops for myself to play along to and jam to. I mean, the possibilities are endless. There's so many, I'll go over more different kind of chord progressions in the future. And we'll touch on the minor, and we'll touch on seventh chords, and we'll dive deep into that stuff. But this is, you can sit for so long. This is the basic, simple stuff. This is, for most people, that's like they learn this and they're like, oh, I'm good. I don't need to learn more. I'm not trying to be crazy about it. But if you want to learn more, there's always that option and go farther. But yeah, so basic chord progression, that's how it works. You can apply that formula. Play any, look at any key you want to look at. D major, play the D major scale. Identify every note, write it down. Underneath, apply the formula. Starting from 1, you got major, minor, minor, major, major, minor, diminished. It's that simple. And then you figure out all the chords, basic major, minor chords you can play in that key and have fun with it. All right. Well, I think that's all I got for you today. Practice. Love yourself. Adios.